Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Sideshow KMK here, bringing you a new video, and today we're going to be talking about oPryze's mod tool and all the mods you can do with it and a few things of that nature. I'll be talking about the programs that you need before you even get started, and I'll show you where you can download them. I'll have the download links in the description below and everything else. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get this started. This is a tool that I use for almost everything I do, and it's pretty awesome. So a few programs you're going to need before downloading oPryzeLP's new tool or whatever is WinRAR. So you just go to RAR Labs and then download either a 32-bit or a 64-bit, depending on what your computer needs. So then after that, you're gonna want to go to Horizon MB, and then click on this download link right here, and then download that. And after that, what you're gonna do is all these links will be in my description below, so you can easily check those out. And then you're gonna want to click on the oPryze's mod tool, and then download his tool. And then after you're done downloading those, run them, install them, make sure everything's installed, and yeah, it's no viruses. They're all free programs, so you don't gotta worry about anything. Sorry about that. But let's just get straight into it. So basically, after downloading all these programs, what you're going to want to do is take your flash drive, plug it into your Xbox, take your save game, load it onto your flash drive or your hard drive or whatever you're going to use, and then plug that into your computer, and then open up Horizon. Now, when you open up Horizon, it should ask you if you want to update. Say no. And then it's going to tell you it's running in offline mode, and that's perfectly fine. Now, as soon as you load this up, like I said, you're going to want to take your flash drive and you're going to plug it into your PC. Now, when you do this, this should pop up, all this, don't scan, and you want to go to your games, and you're going to look for MineCraft. You're going to click on it. It's going to take a little bit. Well, depends on how many maps you have. If you have a lot of maps, it's going to take quite a while to open. So basically, these are all my maps, and you can edit them or do whatever you got to do with them. But basically, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to delete this save data right here real quick, and then we're going to go and we're going to grab a map. What map should I grab? We're gonna grab the President Without Ness. Yeah. Okay. So after you want to do is you want to drag your map to this gray box over here. After doing that, what you're gonna do is there's a few things you can do with this program right here. Is you can edit the name of your map. You can change that. You can change the title. Or I believe you can change the title. But basically, if you're going to want to mod, you're going to want to click on Content, Save Game.dat, Extract. Now you can extract this wherever you want, but I'm going to extract mine to my desktop. That way it's right there in front of me, and you guys can see it. Okay. And so after that, you can minimize all this, and now you're ready to open up his tool. But before you go opening up his tool, I suggest you go on Properties, Compatibility, run this program as an administrator. That way you don't have to manually click on it and say run as administrator, because this program you do need to run as administrator every single time you run it. If you don't, then you some parts of it won't work, or sometimes it won't save. So basically, run as administrator. I always do this just in case, even if the administrator shield is there. So now that you're in his tool, it might look a little bit overwhelming at first, but basically if you try to click on any tabs, it's going to tell you you need to open up a save data game. So basically that's what we're going to do. We're going to click on start, open save game.dat, and then we're going to go look for our save game. So there's our save game. We're going to open this up, and now that you opened up this, it's going to open up these tabs, but we're going to stick on the first tab. So the first tab is welcome. This introduces you to his tool and a few other things. So right off the bat, you're going to notice it says MineCraft Xbox 360 tool by oPryzeLP. Then you're going to have a little donating link where you can donate to his tool and stuff like that to help him out. I suggest everybody should. And then you got featured videos. You can go to his channel, check out his channel, stuff like that. Then you got YouTubers that have showcased this program, and there's quite a few. Now you might notice I'm not on this list. I did do a showcase, but I'm just not on the list. I don't know why, but hopefully this gets me on the list now. Even though I was like, I think I did mine way before most of these people, so I probably should be up right in here somewhere, but I'm not. Anyways, let's move on. It will show the latest video that he's posted right here, so you guys can check out his videos if you want, or you can also click on their name, and if you double click, it will bring you to their video that they did to showcase his mod tool. Some of these are outdated, so I don't really suggest you go looking at them. Okay, next is settings. Now this is mostly the world settings and stuff like that. So basically we got spawn point. This is where everybody's gonna spawn. It's not directly on these locations because the spawn point can be within a certain area of this. So basically you get your X, your Y, and your Z. Y is your up and down, like height, so everybody knows that. Now a few options that you got with this. You can if you have your world in creative and you want to be able to get achievements and stuff like that, you can turn creative flag. You can take the creative flag off. So if you're building a world and then after you're done building it, you want to put it up for download and you want people to get achievements on it, just click that right there, and then it won't be in creative anymore. Next, you got generated structures on, so you can turn those off, turn those on, depending on what you like. Next, you got currently raining, currently thundering. Now, you can turn these on, and it will currently be raining and thundering. It won't always last. So make sure you don't sleep, because if you sleep in a bed, it will break never raining, always raining, currently raining, or currently thundering. So it will break that if you sleep in a bed. But besides that, it works pretty good. It will always rain and it will always thunder no matter what. Adventure mode. Here's a good tool right here. This thing allows you to pretty much turn off natural spawning of mobs. So if you turn this on right here, adventure mode, no mobs will spawn on your map unless you spawn them yourself with, say, a creeper egg or a creeper spawner or whatever you choose to make. Next is game time. So if you change this right here, you can change it from day to night to sunset to noon, midnight, any of these. Then you got raining time, which is basically whether or not it rains always or never or is raining. Same with thunder. But now you got these over here. You got never raining, always, sunrise, noon. So you got like presets that you can just easily click on, and boom, it will change it for you. So if you want it noon or sunrise, whatever you're trying to make, like your map special in a certain way, like if you say you're making a custom map and you want it your guy to start in the morning, then boom, you can do that, or you can have it at night, so mobs start spawning quicker or something like that, so they don't have that full day to prepare. Next is players. Now, this tab allows you to edit any single player that has been into your map or on your map. As you can see, I got quite a few of them. 80 something people in this map. I'll be number 1. Most of the time you're number 1. So this is these are potions right here and stuff like that. But basically, after you're done editing anything here, you're gonna want to make sure you save. But you got your character, me right here. I'm in the overworld. Now if I click here, I can put him in the nether or the end. So you can switch your worlds easily. Then next is XP level. Now I can change this to 1 and then I'll have 1 XP level. Or I can change it to 999 and I'll have 999 XP levels, which is pretty useful. And then you got active effects. So this allows you to put any potion on your guy, including nausea, haste, mining fatigue, water breathing, and blindness. Those are all potion effects you cannot get in the game as of right now. So this tool allows you to pretty much change up a few things that you can't on on the actual game itself. So you could blind people, you know, give them slowness or something like that, and troll people, or you could give yourself a jump boost or something like that. So if you want to give yourself a jump boost, what you do is you click this, and then you got amplifier. Now with amplifier, the rule is you don't want to go above 3. You go above 3, you're gonna have some problems, either freezing or, you know, glitching, or just bad results after 3 most of the time. You can bring jump boost and speed past 3 sometimes, but it's a 50-50 chance on whether or not your world's gonna freeze or not. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So take your chance if you want to. Next, we got duration. Now you can turn this to 99 and it will last maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, or you can put 5 nines and that will last, I'm pretty sure, forever. If not, I believe you can try FF. No, you can't even put FF, but 5 9 should do it, I believe. So I haven't really ran out yet, so I don't think you will either. And then, so that's basically that. You add all the potions you want. You can add all of them. You can add some, whatever you want. You even got resistance that you get from notch apples or god apples. So that's pretty helpful. You can do this to you. You can do it to another person, or whatever you want. Next, we're gonna talk about your inventory itself. So basically, this is your inventory, just like in game you would have your inventory, and you can add blocks, you can edit blocks, you can change blocks, you can multiply your blocks so you have more of them. Another cool thing you can do too is if you put a block on your head, you can edit the block on top of your head. So right now I got like a creeper head on top of my guy. I can put a sponge if I wanted to. I could put a dispenser. I could put chiseled stone. But you can't put like a flower. Or you might be able to, but it won't really show through your head because it's not a solid object and it's not big enough to cover your full head. And it will pretty much fit inside of your head, so it won't show. And you can change the count number right here just by easily clicking up or editing into whatever you want. You can go up to 255, which would be 4 stacks of 64. So you'd have 4 stacks inside of 1 stack. So you pick up 1 stack and you drop it, and that'll drop another stack, and then you still have that stack in your hand. So you can drop it again and you'll drop another one. Drop it again, you'll drop another one, and then finally you drop the 4th stack. So you'll have 4 stacks. Now each item has their own ID. As you can see, smooth stone has 1, grass is 2, dirt is 3, and so on. They all have them. So that's what the block ID is. You can change this to whatever you want, and then you'll get that type of block. with certain blocks like leaves, wood, and pretty much blocks that are almost similar, their IDs will all be the same, but the damage will be different. The damage is basically just, it separates it from different blocks, and it, like see, all wool is 35, but the ID as gets higher as they change. So that's just something to take note of. And then you can also take a sword or something and change the damage to say like 30,000, and then that item will be damaged, even though this doesn't really mean damage like that. But yes, it will damage the item to a certain degree. You can even make items break in 1 hit. You can make items break in 5 hits. But to find those damage IDs are pretty difficult. I do have them somewhere, so if you do want them, I can message you those. If anybody needs them, just message me and I'll send you those IDs. I believe I got 1 hit, 5 hit, and 10 hits. So I don't got anything besides those. So if you want those, potions aren't currently added in yet, but you can get them. Like these are potions right here. These question marks are potions. I'm instead of having 9 potions in a dispenser, I'm gonna stack these up to 64, and then I'll have stacks of 64 potions in my dispensers. Makes it a lot easier and makes it a lot last longer. So basically with these, if you click on it, you're gonna see that the ID is pretty high, which means it's usually a potion. And then if the damage is really high, then that definitely means it's a potion. So that's 2 ways of telling if it's a potion or not. And then you can also add spawn eggs. So you can add creeper spawn eggs. You can also add iron golem and giant zombie eggs, but their IDs aren't in here. Actually, the giant is right there. Iron golem spawn egg isn't in here, but you can check the wiki for their ID and then just throw in the ID, and then you'll have that egg. So you shouldn't worry too much about that if you want that. You can also get other blocks that aren't even in the game, like a locked chest, which has every single texture in the game on that block. You can get the stems of the pumpkins themselves, that gray, and they look kind of weird. You can get fire, like the actual fire block itself. You can get portals. You can get end portals, nether portals. You can get redstone torches always on. You can get redstone lamps always on. Iron doors are actually invisible. Same with wooden doors. So if you want an invisible block, that's your block right there. Always on furnace. You can get the actual soil block itself. You can get mob spawners, but this mob spawner will only spawn pigs at the moment. You have to use a different part of this tool to get different spawners, but I'll be showing you that in a minute. So basically that's all this summed up. You can get any block you want. Beds are actually half a beds, so it's a half a bed, and you can connect 2 half a beds to make a full bed, and then you can lay down. It looks really weird. You can get stationary water and stationary lava, so they'll stand still. And that's pretty much it for that. You can take a look through here, see if anything I didn't mention. There's probably a few that I didn't, but I gotta move on. I got plenty to show you. So also, if I wanted to edit this sword, I could add 5 swords or 7 swords, and then I'll have 7 swords stacked on top of each other. So that's pretty useful. And then say I want to enchant this sword, I could click on enchant, and then you got armor enchantments, sword enchantments, bow enchantments, and tool enchantments. Now with this, I can click on all of them. I can boost it up. Now the thing with these is they can go to 255. So that's enchantment, 255. That's a lot. That will protect you from any creeper right there. You also have looting, so you can bump this up to 255, and if you kill a creeper, he'll drop at least 3 stacks of gunpowder. Same with if you kill a zombie, he'll give you a bunch of rotten flesh. But with certain animals, like actual animals themselves, like pigs and stuff, they won't give you 3 stacks of pork chops. They'll only give you about 1. That's because the chances of getting a pork chop are actually a little bit slimmer than, say, gunpowder or something like that. You can click max enchantments, so you can max out all enchantments, or you can just max out one singly, or you can clear all enchantments if you want. So that's pretty useful. Don't go, I don't think you can go above 255, but don't. So that's pretty cool right there. You can clear all data, you can fill all data, and you can delete tools. I meant you can have all diamond tools. If you click on that, it'll give you all the diamond tools and all the diamond stuff. So that's pretty cool. Next is maps. Now with this, you can load people's maps, anybody's map you want that's in your game, and you can see how much they've roamed around. Or what you can do is you can click on your map, and you can change it to another map or an end map, which are just different sizes of maps, so it won't expose all the map at once. And then you can import a PNG. So basically what this does is changes your map to any picture you want, which is awesome. So I'm going to try that right now. I'm going to select PNG. I'm going to go to this PC. Obviously I'm going to go to my pictures. I should have one already set up. I got this little mine block. Now if you don't know if it's a PNG, what you do is you go to properties and it will say PNG. Now when I first got this, it wasn't a PNG. What I did was I pulled it into Paint and I resaved it as a PNG. So therefore it should work. Now I'm going to do that. Okay, so basically what it just said is it's incompatible. This image must be 128 pixels by 128 pixels in a valid PNG format. Send this to oPryzeLP. So basically if you can't get it to work, then that will work. I know why this isn't going to work. The reason is because I actually made it by 125 by 125 pixels. If I would have done 128 by 128, I'm pretty sure it would work. But I thought it was 125 by 125, so I was wrong. I might come back to that and try it out. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to, you can save changes and undo changes. But we're going to move on to the next thing, the next tab, and that's the world tab. Now what this is, you can't move on to the next 2 tabs without loading this tab. And then when you load this tab, you can either load the overworld, the nether, or the end. Each is obviously a different world, and you can only load one at a time. So if I load this, I'm going to have to, it's going to give me a message. It's going to say you can only load 1 dimension each at a time with this program. So basically what it's saying is after I load this program, after I load the overworld, I'm done editing, I can save, exit, reopen this, then open up the nether or the end, or vice versa, or whatever you want to do. So are you sure you want to load the overworld? Yes, I'm sure. Now sometimes it takes 5 seconds, sometimes it takes 2 minutes, 3 minutes, depends on how big your world is, depends on how much stuff you have in your world. This world that I'm loading is a very big world with a lot of stuff in it, so it's probably going to take quite a while to open it. Don't get scared if you see not responding. This just means it's doing its job. It's just taking some time. If it doesn't respond, you'll know. This little, see that little circly thing on the blue ring? That won't go moving if it's froze. So with that said, now you your world controls. Now, if you're a PCer or an Xbox gamer, then these two options here might help you out a lot. So say you got a PC map and you know you don't want to play PC because it's boring and all your friends are on Xbox. Well, you can convert your PC map to Xbox just by clicking this button, or you can do vice versa, Xbox to PC. Now this is helpful because most people don't well, I don't at the moment have my Elgato to record on Xbox. So what I'll do is I'll transfer any map that I want to showcase or anything that I'm doing or trying to show you guys on YouTube. I'll convert my map from Xbox to PC and then I'll record with fraps on PC. So that's pretty useful. I'm actually taking advantage of that right now. So yeah. Next you got locate, chunk, layer, and block. Now, for you guys that don't know what a chunk is a 16 by 16 from bedrock to sky limit. So this is a 16 by 16. So this is a chunk right here. Now this is one layer of a chunk. So this could be layer 1, this could be layer 100. Depends on what you want to load. So if I change the Y, which is, you know, your up and down, to 12, it's gonna load that 12th layer, which, as you can see, ooh, there's some diamonds, some ore, there's some dirt, and a bunch of stone. So now I can edit the whole chunk, I can edit a layer of the chunk, or I can add or edit a block of just a single block if I wanted to. So basically, with chunk controls, you got clear chunk. So boom, I just cleared that whole chunk from bedrock to a sky limit. There's nothing in that chunk now. Nothing at all. Or I can fill it, say, with grass. Boom. Now that whole chunk is filled with grass from bedrock to sky limit. Repop, I don't believe repop works. So, yeah, it's kind of useless. Okay, now I'm going to clear this chunk real quick. Now we got layer controls. So I'm at layer 12. So at layer 12, if I clear that, boom, that would have cleared just layer 12 and it would have left everything else. But now I can fill layer 12, say cobble, and now cobble, layer 12 is cobble. But if I go down a layer to 11, it's not cobble. I can edit this to whatever I want. I can add some wood. You know, so now it's wood and cobble. Or what you can also do is you can edit blocks themselves. So this is useful for making items float, or making like certain types of glitches. Like you can take snow, put it on top of a block, and then delete the block below it, and then the snow will be floating. Or you can pretty much build a giant nether portal. All you have to do is just get a bunch of obsidian, build a big, like a giant frame for it, and then say fill it in with gold, and then change all those gold blocks to nether portals, and that will make one giant nether portal. If you guys stuck around on my mod map version 5, you'll see how I did that on that map. This is basically how I did it. So with that, that's pretty much all that. Now you're gonna notice a few things down here. You're gonna see region, chunk, entities, and tiles. Now basically this is only important if you're if you want to know how many entities are in there, so how many like animals or how many item frames or how much an entity is. An entity is in a solid block, so anything that's not a solid block, an animal, a picture frame, an item down on the ground, a drop, anything like that is an entity. TNT is an entity, boat's an entity, a few other things are too, so that's where that comes into play. Now region and chunk, the only reason why these would matter is if you're going to use this advanced tab. Now this advanced tab will allow you to pretty much edit chunks and data on a different level, which I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, Now, if you're not really understanding any of this that I've gone through, there's always these little watch tutorials buttons on all these. Watch tutorial, watch tutorial, watch tutorial. So if you don't know what you're doing, you can watch tutorials. So after loading the overworld or the nether or the end, you can click on the other tab. So you click on other. Now this tab right here is very, very important. It depends on what you like. For me, this tab is the most important tab right now. So the first thing it says is mob spawner adder. You can add any mob spawner you want at any place you want. The only thing is, you don't want to place it where a solid block is. It has to be an air block for you to place the mob spawner. So make sure you take that into account before you go and place a mob spawner. Next is minimum and maximum spawn delay. This is just what it says, how long it will take for the next ones to spawn. Now you can put this really low and this one really low, and they will spawn pretty fast. But they will only spawn if they are without out of the spawn area. So say, like, I think it's a 16 blocks away from the spawner. After that, they'll start spawning. So if you throw a spawner in the sky and they keep falling, they will keep spawning no matter what. As fast as they can get away from it, that's how fast they'll spawn. Next, you got spawn count. So this means how many do you want to spawn. Now, I don't think this exactly works. I don't think you can put it on 99 and 99 zombies will spawn. I believe it only goes up to 4. That's what I've tried, but I could be wrong. Again, now you got place mob spawner block. Obviously you want that checked so it places the block itself. Next is entity. Now this means what entity do you want inside of that mob spawner. So do you want it to spawn pigs, sheep, cows, chickens, even iron golems, or snow golems, or even the deadliest ender dragon, which he will destroy the spawner. So you'll only get usually one ender dragon out of it before he destroys the spawner. There is a way to make it so he doesn't destroy the spawner, but I'm not really sure on how to do that right now. Then you just want to click create mob spawner, and then if you have any problems with it, go to the tutorial. Next, you're going to see custom villager trading tutorial. That's for this section right here. As what it says is custom villagers. You can put in the coordinates on where you want the villager, and then you can select add new offer. You can click on offer, and now this says villager is selling, so you can select anything that you want him to sell. I'm gonna have him sell dirt. Now count is how many he sells, so I'm gonna have him sell 3 dirt, and then right, you can name it right beside it. So I'm gonna do dirty dirt. Got some dirty dirt. And then next is villager is buying. So he's selling dirt, but we want him to buy something that's just as easy to get. So we'll have him buy grass. Okay, now you can select how many he wants. He wants 1, or he wants friggin' 99 grass for 1 dirt, or 3 dirt. Or you can make it so he sells a weapon. Now say you want him to sell an iron sword. You can click this little enchant button right here, and you can enchant that item with anything you want. Now it doesn't have to be a weapon, it doesn't have to be armor, it can be absolutely any item that you want. It can be a potion, it could be anything. He can sell it. Now, like I said before, you can click max enchant or clear enchant or customize your own enchantments, depending on what you like. So with that done, you're gonna have you can name it again. So I'm gonna name this stony stone. And then next is select. A second option of buying. So if you don't have stone on you, you can select, say, birch saplings, and then he'll take 2 birch saplings for that. Or you can enchant it, which would make it impossible to get. So you need a feather falling sapling to actually get that trade, which I don't think you can. So therefore, you're screwed. Now you can again name it. I'm not gonna name it because I don't feel like it. Now, here's one thing that most people miss. I'm gonna this right here. See this little max uses? It's exactly what it means, max uses. So after 10 uses, he will run out of this item. He will not have it no more. You can max it to 100. Now, after 100 times of somebody buying this item, it will disappear off this. Now, if you have a very popular demand for that item, you can click copy as many times as you want, and it will add that offer. So when you go up to the villager, he'll have this offer. You can click on that offer. You can click on that offer. You can click on that offer. You can change these all you want. You can make them whatever you want, or you can just make it so he only offers it once. Now, as him, we can change him. We can make him a farmer, a librarian, a priest, a blacksmith, a butcher, or an alien guy. Now, everybody's like, oh, what's the alien guy? An alien guy is like a glitched out Steve looking weird dude that just is really weird looking. So with that, yeah, I don't even suggest anybody really doing that. I usually stick with librarian or say blacksmith or butcher or something like that. So with that, if people are trying to kill your villager, you can make him invincible. Now, he is pretty much invincible besides if you take a modded item to him with enchantment 255 and you smack him, he will die. Nothing, almost nothing can survive a smack with an enchantment 255, say smite or whatever. Knockback will knock you throughout the world. If you smack a zombie, he will fly all the way across the world and eventually just disappear or die. You can also make him invisible. So say you can post a villager up in front of a sign, and the sign reads, hey, click this sign to open up a selling menu. Well, next thing you know, you click on that sign. Well, you're not really clicking on that sign, you're clicking on the invisible villager. So therefore, it's like you can make kind of like little mini games and stuff. So after doing all this, what you're going to want to do is you want to click create villager, and that's going to create your villager. Now if you don't click this, it will not create your villager, so make sure you do that. I've done it plenty of times and forgot to do that. Okay, next we're going to move on to others 2. Others 2 is a small little section. It's basically what it says: giant slimes and magma cubes. So you can make giant slimes and giant magma cubes by adding in the coordinates the way you want them, and then the size of what you want, and then the slime of the magma cube. Now, from what it says right here, the higher the number, the bigger the slime and magma cube. Size 0, size 1, and size 3 spawn naturally. 50 plus causes lag. So a 0, a 1, and 2 are all normal. You know, you can find those slimes in the game. You go any higher than that, you're going to start getting a different type of slime or a different type of magma cube that you've probably never seen before. And that's just because it's very, very, very big. I don't suggest you even go past probably 40, because that causes a lot of problems. I usually stick around 16 to 20, because that's definitely big enough. It takes so many hits to kill them. You'll be there all day. If you make it 50 or 60, your magma cube or giant slime is going to be humongous. The thing about this is slimes, they don't jump that high. They'll jump 3 or 4 blocks high no matter how big you make them. Magma cubes will jump extremely high. I mean, they will clear parts of your map. They can jump very, 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 very high. So that's something to watch out for when you do that. Also, make sure your area is big enough to fit the slime. Don't go sticking a small slime in a little hole and then trying to mod them to a super size, because I believe that will lag or freeze the game. So with that said, next we're going to move on to the advanced tab. Now, like this says, it's advanced. Don't go jumping around here if you don't know what you're doing. You can screw up your game. You can just really, unless you know what you're doing, don't click on this tab. Like I said before, on the world, the region and stuff like, and the chunk is going to help you find out if you want to edit something on here. So you got all your maps and you got all your players. Now basically all the data that you just went through is all in here. All that data, all that stuff is in here, but you just got to find it. So if you wanted to edit certain stuff that you can't do in here, for instance, you can click on here, extract this, or Xbox to MBT, or MBT to Xbox, whatever you want, and then you can edit the actual codes itself. So I used to use this a lot for mobs potions mod, modding potions on mobs. So basically giving them, you know, giving a wolf a super jump or something like that. All you do is splash the potion onto the mob, save the game, load it up in here, find that chunk, and then edit that data. Now I'm not going to show you that because it's pretty complicated and it takes a while to do, but basically you shouldn't mess with this tab unless you know what you're doing. And yeah, so with all that said, you guys, this is oPryze's mod tool. Now there is another program called MBT Explorer. This program will help you do other mods that aren't on these tabs. For instance, you can do colored signs. You can change the color of signs. You can do the potions mob mod with this, so you can make animals jump really high and stuff like that. Or you can take the ender crystal out of the end and you can bring it into the overworld or the nether or wherever you want it with this. So with this program you can complete a lot more mods and you can do a lot more, but eventually I believe most of those mods will be on this tool. A few things that aren't on this tool that should be is delete player info. I think that's one thing that oPryze should add very shortly, because as you can see I got 90 people, well 80 people in my game. So every time I want to edit somebody's inventory, or I want to, you know, give them something or take something away, I gotta find who they are first, and then, you know, mostly have them load up their inventory with something that most people don't have, and then find them and edit it. So it can be a pain in the ass, but it's overall, this is one of the best tools that you can get. It is the best tool that you can get for Minecraft, Xbox 360 to do some modding. It's very simple, super easy. Anybody can learn it. It looks confusing at first, like especially this tab, but it's pretty basic, pretty simple. Just follow along what I've said, and if that doesn't help, you got plenty of tutorials that will help. You can go online and search people's tutorials, and they'll show you how to use this tool too. So with that, I will I'm gonna show you I'm gonna convert a map right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this map that I got, which is my prison map, and I'm gonna go to world. Now I'm gonna go to Xbox to PC because I want to bring my Xbox map over to PC. So I'm gonna click on this, and it wrote, please only convert one dimension at a time, blah blah blah. So press OK. Now you're gonna want to pick your file. Well, where you're gonna save it. I'm gonna save mine into that new folder right there. New folder, select. Now this is gonna take a while, so I'll be back when this is done. Okay YouTube, so what's up? I'm back and it's finally done, and let's show you how this is done. Okay, so after converting, I have to click on an Xbox to PC and saving it to a folder. you're gonna open up that folder and you're gonna see a region and a level.dat. So that's pretty much your world right there, and then all stuff in it. Next, you're gonna want to go to search, shift app data %. And then, oh, there's a money sign. I was wondering why it wasn't showing up. Okay, so that should pull up your little thing, and then just say roaming app data. Now there's a few of your apps and stuff, so then you're gonna click on MineCraft. You're gonna go saves. I named it Xbox to PC. Okay. So now there's your region file and your level.dat. You're gonna pull out your level.dat, and or you can just delete it. Either one, they both work. I have a habit of just pulling it out. Oh, that's what she said. Now you're just pulling the region. Boom. Pulling your level.dat. And there you go. Exit all that. You can exit all that. You open this. Multiplayer. I meant not multiplayer. Oops. Single player. Xbox to PC. It says oPryze is converted. So you know converted. Now you play the selected world. And I'm also going to show you guys if after you save with oPryze's mod tool, you can click on how to actually save his after you save the level.dat. All you're gonna do is you're gonna right click on this, as if you're just editing the map, and then you're gonna put it back onto Xbox. All you're gonna do is you're gonna click on replace, find your level, like your save.dat right there, click open, and then after that's done, you're gonna get a message. It'll say it has fully replaced it, blah blah blah. Then you're gonna click on save, rehash, and resign. This big red button. Do not forget it. If you don't click on this button, none of the stuff that you did will save. So basically, that's how you save your thing. And then you just pull your hard drive or your flash drive back over to your Xbox, load it up, and there you go. So now we're gonna be onto the prison map right now. So this is my prison map that I just converted over to Xbox. You can see where the border is of the map. Actually, that's the border of the map. And here's my prison of 1,000 deaths. So as you can see, the converter works good. It doesn't convert everything. It doesn't convert signs, I believe. Does it? Yeah, it actually converts the messages on the signs, but it will not convert item frames, anything in item frames, certain mobs that you have throughout your place. So if you have any custom villagers or anything on your map, they will not convert. Certain things will break. Doors have a habit of breaking. Redstone mechanics will break because of the difference in redstone ticks and stuff like that, and the Xbox and the PC are two different things. So yeah, but overall the converter works pretty good for converting maps and stuff like that. I just use it basically to just do showcases, since I don't have my Elgato. So that's basically what I do. Another thing that doesn't work is giant zombies don't work on PC. So yeah, the eggs are still there, but they don't work. There's a few other things that don't work. Your inventory won't carry over with you. Unfortunately, I thought it would. If you do certain mods, like if you clear chunks and then you convert it to PC, those chunks won't be edited unless you already saved it onto Xbox, played it Xbox, and then convert it back over. So if you do any major editing, you're gonna want to load it back into Xbox and then back to PC. That way all those effects fully take charge or change or whatever you want to say. But basically this is it for his tool, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did a small preview of his tool before, but obviously now it's more advanced. It has a lot more stuff to it, and yeah, as it updates I'll be doing more videos and stuff like that. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, leave a comment below what you guys think or what you guys would want to see out of this, and share that video with your friends, guys, because definitely need that exposure, and it'd be cool. So Sideshow KMK here, out, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.